Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video I've got some new makeup I want to try with you guys. We have some new Fenty powder blushes, the new Kylie lip and cheek tints, Rare Beauty powder, and some more. So let's try these on together. I have not tried some of these. Some of them I have, I've cheated, but not all together. So let's go ahead and try these out. Also, speaking of new, I got some new piercings. I think was it last week, 2 weeks ago? I've always had my first and second hole pierced, but I recently added a conch and 2 forward helix piercings. It was totally spur of the moment. I just went on a random Saturday and I just walked in, but surprisingly, I thought this one was gonna hurt the most, the conch, and it was not bad, like, at all. The forward helix ones were like a little bit pinchier, but I would say like a 5 out of 10 on the pain scale. It honestly wasn't even that bad. But anyways, let's dive into this new makeup. I didn't have anything new for brows, so those are already set, but for primer, we do have the new Benefit Professional Matte Primer. I think they recently did an influencer trip for this product. Where was it? Where did they go? No way, it was Greece? I think it was. Well, yeah, it was Greece. From what I remember, everybody there was loving this primer because it is hot in Greece during the summer. So let's see what it's giving, if they were being honest. What does it say actually? Refine the look of pores, please. Mattify skin, yes please. And help makeup stay put with this lightweight oil absorbing primer. Sounds good to me. I have oily skin, so let's put this on. I'm gonna do just like my T-zone. Very interesting consistency. Wow, it is pretty thick. You know what? I'm gonna do the whole forehead because it's hot under these lights. It does look like it blurred a little bit and eliminated some shine, so I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll do foundation. Okay, I don't have anything new for foundation. I think this came out in July, so I'm cheating a little bit, and I have used it several times. I just had to include it because it is that good, and if you have not tried it, you must. And I think it's actually in stores at Ulta, so you can swatch to see what shade you have. I have 3WN, which is usually my shade with a little bit of self-tan on. It's kind of faded, so we might need to zhuzh it up with some bronzer, but this skin tint from Kylie Cosmetics is so freaking good, especially if you have oily skin. Such a nice finish. It's not dewy. It is super lightweight. I have the brush that it came with, which I do really like. It's just dirty, so I'm gonna use this one, but it's a really bomb skin tint, and I would even dare to call it like a foundation because the coverage is just, she's that girl. She really is. I actually did a video on TikTok and Instagram comparing the Fenty skin tint, which I also love. The Fenty one is a little bit more sheer. The Fenty one is also a tiny bit more glowy, not much. The Fenty one, I would say I would wear like during the day, like on vacation or a pool day or something like that. This I've actually worn at night. I've worn in flash photography. Maybe a little bit too heavy if it's like a hot day, but I mean, if you want to look bomb and you want your skin to look good or you're taking pictures or something, I would reach for this one for sure. Also, I feel like the primer did do a pretty good job. I'm definitely curious to see the primer in action with powder on top. I don't have any new cream contour or concealer, so I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll see you in a couple seconds for cream blush. All right, we're back. And actually before cream blush, I'm gonna add some lip balm real quick. I love my Summer Fridays lip butter balm, but who's gonna tell me they came out with a mint flavor? I don't know how long it's been around, so I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me. I saw it at Sephora the other day, and oh my gosh, it smelled so amazing. This one's pretty much just like clear. Usually the other flavors or scents have like tint to it, but I mean, I don't really know who wants a green lip balm, so this one's basically clear. Now for some blush. I have 6 shades here. These are the new Kylie Cosmetics Lip and Cheek Blush Tints. I did actually try these on the other day, but I was doing like a no makeup where I just did some spot concealing and applied these, so I haven't tried them with foundation. They're very sheer, so perfect for no makeup. Definitely beginner friendly, and from what I remember, I think I was into these 2 shades, Summer Feeling and Glow Away. Let's do Glow Away first, and it comes like this. So you squeeze it out and there's a tiny little spongy applicator, and I just went right on the cheek. Like I said, they're super sheer, so you don't have to worry about it like being too crazy. And look how just nicely they blend out. I feel like I could do this with my eyes closed. They don't pick up makeup underneath. That's actually the amount I did the other day with a no makeup, but I think because this is a little bit more full coverage, I'm gonna do a tiny bit more, and actually maybe I'm gonna add the other shade on top because it was a brighter color. This is Summer Feeling, and it's a bright like coral, so I'll just do a tiny bit right there. We'll see what that looks like. I mean, look at that. So pretty. Let's set this face for powder. I'm gonna try 2 different ones. This one is new from Benefit Cosmetics. This is Pat McGrath, but it is not new, but it's new to me. The Benefit one is a loose powder. It is the Professional Power Powder. It's a matte and blur loose setting powder. The Pat McGrath one is a pressed powder. It is their Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, and it is in the shade Pink, I believe is what it's called. What's it called? Baby Pink. This has actually been around, but I saw Makeup by Ariel on, I think it was TikTok, talking about this powder for the under eyes, and he loves pressed powder for under eyes. If you don't know who Makeup by Ariel is, he is Kylie Jenner's makeup artist. He does a bunch of other people too, but mainly Kylie Jenner. And anything he recommends, I will try. So I saw this at Sephora the other day and I picked it up. So I'm gonna try this for the under eyes, and then we'll do the Benefit one for the rest of the face. So I forgot to hit record when applying the under eye powder. So this is me from the future. I still want to show you guys. I'm bummed. I'm so sad I can't show you my first impressions, but the powder is really good. So let me show you. And I don't know if you guys have heard word on the street. Well, not word on the street. No, it's happening. And I don't know why. Freaking Givenchy. They reformulated their Prisma Libre powder, which you've seen me use before. So many people use this for setting the under eye, especially this one, shade 3. They reformulated it. Nobody asked for it, and it is now shimmery instead of matte. Bruh. So this is all I have left, and this is actually a mini, so I don't really have much. So I actually had some pretty high hopes for this one, thinking maybe it can replace the Givenchy. So I just took a little bit of this powder on a puff and set the under eyes. I always do this before applying the loose translucent powder to the rest of my face. I just like to set the under eyes before the concealer gets a chance to crease. But it really is a beautiful, beautiful powder. And actually the lady at Sephora, when I was checking out, she saw this in my cart and she was like, have you tried this yet? And I was like, no. She's like, oh my God, you're gonna love it. So maybe this is the new Givenchy. It literally looks like my skin on this side, but just mattified and set and a little bit brighter. So it's not adding any texture, it's not cakey or anything. And you know what, since we're here, let's compare the Givenchy. I'm gonna put Givenchy on this side. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. So same thing, I'm gonna take a little bit of the powder on a puff. This is a loose powder versus the pressed one. But let's see if we can notice like a huge difference, or maybe if one is better than the other. All right, finish wise, you know what? I'm actually really impressed with the Pat McGrath. It's very, very similar, the finish, but the Pat McGrath is brighter, which I kind of love. So you know what? Givenchy, that's fine. You can reformulate. I'm into this Pat McGrath. I'm actually gonna top it with the Pat McGrath to brighten it so they look even. All right, back to the video. To set the rest of the face, which I always do, a translucent loose powder. I think there's only one shade, which is translucent. Yeah, it says translucent, a natural matte finish, weightless feel, and non-comedogenic, so it's not gonna clog your pores. And this actually, I think, launched with the matte primer, so they should go hand in hand together. I wanna take a fluffy brush to pick up a little bit and lightly set the rest of the face. It's definitely setting the makeup, and I have oily skin, so I always set my entire face. I don't like to be shiny. I'm not really noticing a scent. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, you might like this. I mean, so far, finish-wise, I think it looks really nice. It's very finely milled. You guys, this is looking really nice. Next, usually I would do powder bronzer, but I don't have a new one. If you are curious though, I'm loving the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. This has been around for ages, but I've recently just picked it up, I think in the spring or maybe beginning of the summer, and I really love it. And I love it with the Patrick Ta, what is this, like the dual contour brush? Contour 2 brush. Has like a smaller end and a fluffier end. And a little trick I learned from Patrick Ta on one of his live masterclasses on TikTok. This side of the brush is a little bit more fluffy versus this one's a little more dense. So he recommends always stamping your products and placing the fluffier end of the brush in toward your nose, and same thing here on the forehead. That way you get more concentration with the more dense side of the brush on the very edges of the face, and it's a lot softer and kind of does the work for you, blending on the inside of the face. And actually I like this side of the brush, the more dense one, to do kind of like a nose bronzer, if you will, because it is the perfect shape to just hug right here under your brow and along the side of the nose. So if you don't have this brush, I definitely recommend it. Now for powder blush, we have some new Fenty blushes. These are the Fenty Cheek Suede Powder Blushes, and I have 4 shades here. Petal Poppin', which kind of looks like a strawberry shade of pink. This one is interesting. Drama Class. It is a purple. Summertime Wine, and exactly that. It looks like a wine or like berry shade. And then we have What a Brat. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I would say this is kind of like a bubblegum mauve mix with shimmer. Already off the bat, I'm drawn to this one, Petal Poppin', the more strawberry kind of like corally shade. I always go for colors like this, and I've heard these are very pigmented, so I'm gonna start very small. All right, Miss Fenty, let's see. That is really pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, you know what? I've been kind of bored with my blushes lately, so I'm totally here for this. Ooh, she's staying on the desk. Yes, Miss Petal Poppin', you are with the crowd of favorites. And then I have this one from Kosas. It is another blush, but it's a baked blush, and I think it has a little bit of shimmer in it, and the shade is actually pretty similar to that one. This is actually another Makeup by Ariel mention on one of his TikTok lives, but he didn't get this shade. This is the shade, did I already say? This is the shade Hype. He likes the shade Butterflies, but I swatched it in store. I don't know if it would be for me. It is very, very, very cool tone pink, but this one looks really pretty. It's a baked blush, so is there shimmer in it? Oh yeah, a little bit. So let's see what this looks like as a topper. I'm gonna start small. Oh yeah, you see that? A little bit of shimmer. Ooh, maybe this is like a muted down version of the Rare Beauty shimmery blushes. Those are like pink highlighters. This is pretty. Just look how juicy and plump the cheeks look. I don't have anything new for eyes, so I'm gonna do eyes really quick and I'll come back and we'll do lips. Eyes are done. I just added some bronzer in the crease, did a little shadow liner, and added some lashes. The glue is still probably drying a little bit, but let's move on to lips. This is the new Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil Extreme. So this is like the new and improved version of their original pencils. These are the originals, which I'm sure you've seen before. They didn't get rid of these, so they still have these, but I guess this is like the more intense version, I guess, that won't budge. I have the shade Anywhere Caffeine, which actually, do I have that one in this one? Anywhere Caffeine, Anywhere Caffeine? I don't. Okay, interesting. I thought I did. These are more of like a wooden pencil. This is still a sharpenable pencil, but it's kind of got that, I don't know what it is, more of like a plasticky casing, I guess, if you will. So let's see. Off the bat, it's a little bit more creamy than the original pencils, the wooden pencils. I know people, it's like a preference thing. Typically with the wooden style pencils, you can get more precision versus like a creamier kind of pencil like this. But if this formula does not budge, then I might be down for this. You wanna know what's funny? I think this is actually reminding me a lot of the original Kylie lip liners. Kylie Cosmetics still has these, but they recently launched their wooden pencils, which I actually cannot live without. So Kylie had the creamier ones first and then did the wooden pencils. Makeup Forever had the wooden pencils and now they have the creamy formula. So they kind of did like a little flip-flop switcheroo. But I love the color though. I can't believe I never had Anywhere Caffeine. This is such a beautiful color, like a staple. Maybe I had it and I lost it. Then I have a new gloss, and I actually don't know if this is new. This was another Makeup by Ariel recommendation that I saw on his TikTok live last week. He said it was new, so I don't know if it is, but it didn't say online if it was new, so whatever. But this is the Bobbi Brown Extra Plump Lip Serum, and this is in the shade Bare Rose 755. Looks like this, so it is a tinted lip gloss, and I actually swatched this in store. It smells so good. I can't, it's very light, almost like kind of like juicy melon vibes. I don't know, but actually this combo together looks like it can be really pretty. It's like a serum lip gloss, which it feels so nice. Like it's not thick and goopy, but it gives you that high shine of a gloss, and it's just feels super nourishing. Honestly, looking at the monitor right now, this face makeup looks absolutely bomb. You know what I forgot? The frickin' Rare Beauty powder. No. Actually, it's okay, because on purpose, I did purchase I was gonna say flavor, what? A shade that is more of like a foundation shade versus like a highlighting under eye shade, because I figured maybe this would be good for touch up. So I'm actually just gonna take a little puff and see what this looks like, because I've heard it's not like super mattifying. I was seeing a lot of mixed reviews. But because it has a little bit of color in it, I think it could be good for touch-ups or even adding like a little bit of coverage, especially here. I always have a hard time covering like redness and sunspots. Oh yeah, that does look nice. Oh, okay. Just enough coverage, not too much where it's like a powder foundation. That does actually look really nice. Okay, thank goodness. We saved it, we saved it. If I forgot. Whoopsie. And by the way, this was the shade Natural, and it is the new True to Myself Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder, shade Natural. Okay, now we're done. I'm freaking very impressed, okay? Desk, 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 purse, desk, desk, and desk. Oh my gosh, yes, desk, 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 desk. All hits. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed checking out some of these new products. If you did, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. That way you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!